Hi, I'm Tony's nephew Laban, and I'm also a member of the GloryandGold team, and we're working on building a new studio. We'd like to take this time to ask for your support in trying to work on this studio. We're trying to rebuild it. It's a old Pizza Hut. Um, it has a lot of square footage, a lot of open space. And what we're wanting to do is actually build studio sets so that when we stream and when we create YouTube videos and content, we're doing it in a professional way. We're doing it so that it seems like it's more fun for us and you. And one of the things that I'd like to share with you today is some of the struggles that we went through trying to actually just get this place up and running and opened. It hadn't been used in years. So I want to show you the actual process we went through to even get this place open and up and running. So here's the first day that we actually found the new building, and this is me walking in for the first time. When we walked in, the entire place was full of dust and mold, and it was hard to breathe in there, and you could tell that it had really stale air. So the first step that we chose to take was to try to get the power up and running. There was no lights, so everything in there was really dark. So we called the power company, and they gave us a date that it would be turned on. We called the internet company. They gave us a date that they would be out. So we wanted to make sure that we checked and made sure that the power was up and running before the internet company came. We go inside the building and we're going to test to see if the electricity is up and running. And what we ended up finding out was it wasn't running. So we checked all the breakers, couldn't see anything wrong, everything was turned on. We got the internet company coming in like 5 hours, so we're really worried. So we called the internet company first and told them, hey, look, we'd like to see if we couldn't reschedule with you guys because apparently our electricity isn't turned on. So after that, we rescheduled for a day later. So we called up the power company and told them, hey, the power's not up and running. You guys said that it was. We've checked everything, and it's not. Can you guys come out here and see if you can't get it up and running for us? They said that they would be out that day, but they wouldn't give us a time. They just gave us a time frame. So we sat around for about 5 or 6 hours. And, it's hot outside. So, we're in there sweating. There's no lights. It's really dark and just really dirty. So we waited and waited, and then the guy from the power company showed up. And he said, yeah, it looks like nobody's actually been here. There's a breaker off outside, but in order for us to turn it on, you have to turn off your main breaker in the building. So I did. I turned it off. He flipped the switch on the outside. Then we flipped the switch on the inside, and now we had power. There was still about maybe 4 or 5 hours left in the day, so we tried to call the internet company back to see if they could come back out today like we had originally planned, and they said no. Unfortunately, those technicians, they're off on another job and they won't be able to come until tomorrow. So we just made sure that we had the power up and running, and now we got to come back tomorrow, so that's fine. We left. We ended up giving a call to the water company and the gas company to see if we couldn't get them to come out and turn on the water and gas. So now we have the water company coming on the same day that the internet company is coming, so that's good. We show up the next day. The water company is supposed to be there first. The internet company is supposed to be there in the afternoon. They say that the water is turned on, so I start testing it. We start opening up valves. We check the main valve. It's wide open. can't get the water to turn on. There's no water in our building. So, again, we call the water department and say, hey, look, you guys, we've got no water. You said that you came out and turned the water on, and it's not on. So what do you want us to do? So they said they would come out here in about 4 or 5 hours. So we're going to wait for the water company now to show up. Finally, after waiting for a few hours, the water company shows up, and he turns on the main water valve on the outside, the meter valve. And he said that, obviously nobody had came there to actually turn on the water like the water department said. So, again, we're chasing our own tail here. Anyways, they turn on the water, and all of a sudden, water starts pouring out of the walls in the building. And I'm yelling to the water guy, shut it off, shut it off, shut it off. Because there's water just going everywhere. I mean, all over the floors, all over the walls. It's coming out the walls. It's like bulging the walls full of water. And so the guy quickly turns it off, and, we take a look around, and, obviously we had some sort of a major pipe burst or something. Maybe during the winter it froze and broke some of the pipes. So the water company guy says, hey, look, I'm going to keep this valve turned off until you guys get a plumber. So that was basically our next step. But in the meantime, we're still waiting on the internet company to show up. And so we decide we're going to wait and go ahead and get the internet installed first, and then try to deal with the indoor plumbing next. So the internet guy, he ends up showing up like 4 hours late. However, he was a really nice guy, and he spent a lot of time with us and showed us that the internet at the GloryandGold studio is fantastic. It's a commercial internet, not like what you get as a residential. So, you've got different tiers you can get in terms of upload and download speeds. And ours was fantastic. And, we even had a chance to sit down with the guy and show him what we do, show him our streams, show him our gaming, show him our YouTube. And, he's a big gamer as well, Call of Duty. He was really impressed with what our plans were and what we had going on. So it was a great, chance to get to know somebody from that area who is also into gaming. So now we've got power and the internet. We're still waiting on water. We went ahead and called a plumber, and he came out that day, and he spent all day long fixing and replacing pipes in the walls, cutting holes in the walls, replacing different fixtures and nozzles, and you name it. I mean, he spent all day long working on that, and eventually we had to call the water department back so that they could turn on the water outside, and they did. And now we've got water. So the next part was to see if we couldn't get the air conditioner and HVAC system all up and running and checked. So we had a technician come out, and he checked both air conditioners for the building, told us that they were in pretty good shape, but they needed new filters really bad. So we ended up giving him some money for new filters. So at this point, the only thing that we needed was the gas to turn on, because we need to have the heater working, and then also hot water. So we're on the phone with the gas company because the gas isn't working. And so we had to have a technician come out from the gas company to check some sort of valve that wasn't working right. And he had to replace a valve. And so now we have gas running. And now we're actually looking like we're in good shape. So now everything's kind of looking pretty well. We've got everything we need to at least show up to the studio every day. We've got power, water, internet, and gas. Hot water. Everything's looking real good. The only problem that we have left here is that everything is filthy dirty. So we've got to hire a cleaning company to come in here and actually clean all the floors, because they're just full of dirt and mold, and it's terrible. So a few days go by, and we get a cleaning company to come in to clean all the floors. And they're sitting there cleaning the floors for a couple of hours. It's pretty bad. Now that the floors are all cleaned up and we've got all our utilities turned on, we thought, well, the next step is to try to move in here. So we got to hire a moving company to pick up all of our equipment, take it over to the new studio. So we hired a company, and they took maybe about 3 or 4 hours to move everything from our old place to the new studio. And now we've got most of our stuff over there. Now it's time to unpack it and get it all hooked up and running. And anyways, I hope you guys can see that we're in the process of building this new studio, and things are looking up. But we really need some help and support to actually create something to try to create a studio that we can brag about. We'd like to have sets. We'd like to have green screens like crazy. And we've got a lot of dreams. And please come on this journey with us. I promise you won't regret it. Thank you so much. And thank you to all of our current Patreons. We really appreciate you. Last but not least, here's Tony with a message for everybody.
Hi, my name's Tony Winchester. I'm with RS Glory and Gold. I'm 67 years old. I'll be 68 in September. I started as a streamer on Twitch 5.5 years ago. And, I was playing RuneScape, and I kept trying to grow my clan and grow my clan and grow my clan, and never could get it to grow. My nephew came to me and he said, "Hey, man, why don't you try streaming?" And I said, "What's streaming?" And he kind of explained to me what streaming was and told me a little bit about Twitch. And I thought about it for a day, and I sat down with my nephew and I said, "Why don't we just go ahead and give that a try?" We've built a computer and did this and did that. And 5.5 years ago, we hopped on here and gave it a shot. Turned out to be a lot of fun. But let me tell you, we ran into more pitfalls than you can possibly imagine. We had creeps hassling us, people saying bad things about us. It just goes on and on and on and on and on and on, the list. Hey, and from time to time, I'm going to take a little bit of time and tell you about each and every one of them, But, you get people who accuse you of this and accuse you of that and say this shit about you and say that shit about you. And it can make it pretty miserable, and it's pretty tough for a streamer who doesn't know anything about it to get started. And let's face it, most of us that stream on Twitch started off not knowing shit about it, had no idea what we were really getting into. For a long time now, it's been my dream to build a stream house, a place where streamers can come and, watch us stream and learn how and learn why and learn what to do and even how to set your channel up with basics, And, we've been real successful at it, and it's really been a lot of fun for us. It's, I live off Social Security. Yeah, I get enough money from Social Security to survive. Bottom line is, we've tried to sink every single penny that we make from this right back into the business and get more equipment, better microphones, better cameras. The list goes on and on and on. Anyway, what my dream has always been is to open up a big stream house where we can actually help streamers get a start, and where we can make better videos and bring people in to teach us how to make better videos so that we can teach other people how to make better videos. Anyway, I hope some of that or all of that makes sense to you, okay? And what we're doing right now is we're starting this thing on Patreon to where we're showing you step by step from the very beginning how we're creating this studio and how we're going to be bringing in streamers and helping them to learn a lot of things. And a lot of them we're going to bring in so they can help teach us. Anyway, it's going to be kind of a day-to-day IRL Tony and his friends and family's life. Yeah. How we're growing and how we're getting the Glory and Gold family to grow and to be better at what we do. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, what I'm asking you guys to do is I'm asking you, first of all, hey, watch our videos. Second of all, support us and help us to make it a better world. Yeah, that's really what it comes down to. Yep, help us to help content creators grow and to learn and you know, just help other people fulfill their dreams. You know, if that makes sense. Anyway, I thank you for your time and I thank you for your support. One of the things that we're going to be doing right now is we're going to be showing you step by step, you know, our process in finding this studio, and in the future, step by step, what we're going to be doing to make the studio and to make it better. Yeah. I mean, I don't care if we're painting that back wall. We're going to show you us painting that back wall. Yep. Thank you guys for all the love and support you've shown us over the last 5.5 years. I can't begin to tell you how happy you've made an old man. Yeah. Thank you for helping me fulfill my own dream. Yeah. And it's not fulfilled by any means yet, but you're going to see over the next few years, step by step by step, exactly how it grows and how it becomes a real good thing in the Twitch community and the YouTube community. Yeah, we plan on doing a lot of work and a lot of effort into our YouTube program. Thank you guys, and hey, I love you, and God bless you. Yahoo!